Okay, so we're on to our final practice solve. I'll put the scramble up here again, and it's going to be L, U2, L prime, U2, back to R, U2, L2, R prime, back to R prime, back prime, D prime, U2, R prime, back, D2, L prime, R prime, D, B prime. Okay, so the first thing we do is we look for our cross pieces again. We see we have the red cross piece here, orange cross piece here, the green cross piece here, and the blue cross piece here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we see the orange is already done, and we see we have the green piece here. We actually want this to be over here, so we can move our green piece across, and we're actually going to put our orange piece down now to solve it, like this. So that's been solved. And what we can do is, because we want this red piece to eventually end up here, what we can do with this green piece up here, we can go like this, and we see that we have the red cross piece here that needs to go down here, and the green cross piece here that needs to go down here. We can push this red piece down to solve it, and we can also push this green piece down to solve it, which just leaves us with the blue piece up here, and we can do a U2, move this on top of where it needs to be down here, and then we can do a 180, and we see we have the blue, the orange, the green, and the red cross piece done. Okay, so now we're on to our F2L, and we don't have the easiest start because we don't have a corner piece and its corresponding edge piece in the top layer, unfortunately. But the first pair I notice is we have this red, green, and white corner piece, and we have this green and red edge piece. As we see here, we have the white on the outside and the green on top. So what we want to basically do is we want to move this edge piece over to here. So we pair them up so that we pair up in this position right here. And we can do this by moving this corner down, which brings the edge up. We can move the edge across, and then we can bring our corner back up, as we see they're paired here. Then we're going to insert it into this pair into here. So what we can do is we can move this to the side, bring the slot up, insert it into the slot, push back down. And there we've got our first F12 pair solved. The next pair I notice is we have this blue and red edge piece, and we've got this blue, red, and white corner piece. And we see this edge piece is already in the position we want it to be in the end. So we're going to do a special algorithm for this one. We're going to move this piece on top of its slot like this. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to do this algorithm. So it's going to be R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, just like that. And as we see here, that move has solved the pair into its correct slot, and we've got two pairs done now. Next pair I notice is we have this orange, blue, and white corner piece. We've got this blue and orange edge piece. What we want to do is keep this edge piece in the same position, but we want to move this piece so that the orange is on top and the white is on the outside, so we can pair them up. We can do this by moving this down. Then we're going to move this piece over to here, our corner piece, like that. Then we're going to bring it back up. So we have our corner piece here and our edge piece here with the orange on top and the white on the outside. And what we want to do is we want to move this piece over its edge slot. It's the slot we're inserting it into, which is over here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to pair them up like this, insert into the slot, and push it down. So we now have this pair solved. Okay, and this is the last case, which I don't think we've encountered before. We've got our green and orange edge piece here, and we've got our green, orange, and white corner piece over here. Now, anytime we have this case where we have the edge piece across from the corner piece, where the corner piece is the white on top, what we do is we make sure this face here is over its correct face. So what I mean is we want this to be green and green in this case. And what we do is we move this piece down into here. So we move it, what am I trying to say? So we have this slot here. This is where we're going to be inserting it into. So we put this piece so that we have this color the same as this color. And we're going to bring the piece down away from the slot we're inserting it into, okay? So if we're inserting it into this slot, we're going to bring the piece down the opposite side of it. And then we're going to move our corner piece over the piece like this, and you see they're paired up. And then we're going to move this piece back up like that. So you see we've got them paired up. We haven't affected any other F12 pair. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move it away, bring up the slot, insert it into the slot, and bring it back down. And now we have our F12 all solved. Okay, so now we're on to our OLL, and once again we're going to be using ToolLook OLL. I'm going to put that link in the description again. If you're a beginner, please click that link. It'll be helpful for the OLL and PLL part of this solve. And just a quick reminder for our ToolLook OLL, the first step is that we solve the edge pieces, and the second step is that we solve the remaining corner pieces that haven't been solved. Okay, so here we have a case that we haven't encountered before. It's called a dot case. What it basically means is we have a case where none of the edge pieces have been solved. So we have if we have our yellow piece here, we have none of these pieces yellow, okay, which is the case we have now. The corner pieces could be yellow or anything, but just as long as we have, if we have our yellow piece here, and then this isn't yellow, this isn't yellow, this isn't yellow, this isn't yellow, we do this algorithm, which is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and then we do little f, R, U, R prime, U prime, big F, like this. And as you see now, we have each of our edge pieces finished here, which is the first step of ToolLook OLL. And we've also luckily got a couple of our corners solved. So the next algorithm, we're going to be solving the rest of the corners, which is these two. What we're going to do is we're going to move this over to here. We're going to do this algorithm, just like that. And we see that we have our OLL done, which leads us to our PLL. Okay, so now we're on to our PLL, and this is a case we received just like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to move this orange side just over here, where it's supposed to go, like that. And I'm just going to do a quick reminder for ToolLook PLL. For ToolLook PLL, the first step is that we orient the corners into their correct position. The second step is that we orient the edges into their correct position, okay? But if you look here, we see we have this corner in its correct position, this corner in its correct position, this corner in its correct position, and this corner in its correct position. So all the corners are already oriented for us. So we don't actually need to do the first step of ToolLook PLL. We can just do the final step, which basically means we're going to do an algorithm that's going to move this edge piece over to here, this edge piece over to here, and this edge piece over to here to put them in their correct positions, which is very simple. It's just going to be like this, and I'll put it up here, just like that. And we see that we have the cube solved, and that's the final practice solve I'll be doing. Okay, so going on from here, what I recommend you doing is doing a lot of practice solves. Definitely look up some resources on YouTube related to intuitive F2L. It's probably going to be the most useful in getting your times down. And look on Google for some, I guess, some PDFs on OLL and PLL algorithms. Besides that, you could also look to become color neutral. What I mean by that is when I was doing my practice solves, all of our cross solves were done with the white face here. For color neutral, what you do is you can do the cross on any side. So you could do it with you could do the cross with the red face or the yellow, the orange, the blue, the green. And a lot of the top solvers are color neutral because if you're able to do the cross on every side, the way your scramble turns out, it might be more beneficial to do your cross on one side compared to another. So for example, you might get a scramble where it'll take you 8 moves to do to solve the white cross, and it might take you 5 moves to solve it on a different side, basically. Yeah, so that's just about it. Hopefully by the end of the week there'll be a vlog up, but other than that, I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.